All right, the next subject is the poster-style target that I found in the woods behind the location 1 area. As you could see, it was in pieces, but I can make out a bloody arm with the person's fingers twisted back as if they were wounded. So I placed all the pieces of that poster into a large Ziploc plastic bag. And later on, I reconstructed the poster by gluing the pieces onto a larger piece of paper. And this is what it looked like when I was finished. So it is supposed to be a zombie. And on the bottom is the name of the manufacturer of these targets. And their name is Law Enforcement Targets, with a website address of www.letargets.com. So I went to the website and I read, Law Enforcement Targets is a designer and full-service provider of targets, gear, and supplies for the government, law enforcement, shooting ranges, gun clubs, and shooting enthusiasts everywhere. So as I read on, I learned that Law Enforcement Targets is a company that makes gun targets mostly. And Law Enforcement Targets was bought out by a larger company called Action Targets. And Action Targets advertises itself as a world leader in shooting range technology. And I quote their website, Action Target has installed thousands of shooting ranges across the US and in 35 other countries. Action Target also designs systems and conducts firearms training for law enforcement and various military divisions. And at www.actiontarget.com, you can see a video that they put together that shows a bunch of cops training at one of these Action Target training seminars. So, as highlighted by them, Action Target and Law Enforcement Targets are a company that works with the government, the police, and the military, and not only builds target ranges for them, but provides training for law enforcement and for various military divisions. So let's talk a little bit about the targets that this law enforcement target company makes. So first, they have their zombie line of gun targets. And after looking at most of these, they honestly seem like programming for a very sick group of people, including police and military personnel who like to shoot at wounded people or victims of crime. So I know that their eyes look a little weird, but all of these so-called zombies appear like they are victims of assault. Their clothes are ripped. They have bloody gashes on their arms and legs. Their faces are beat up and bloody. They appear to be limping forward, wounded, and reaching out for help. This image of a woman has her clothes halfway ripped off, and she appears to have either a defense wound or a self-inflicted wound on her wrist. Other than that, she is more of an attractive woman than a zombie. While this lady is all beat up with her pink bathrobe on. While this lady looks like she may have been a victim of some sort of bombing. This image of a lady appears that she has hurt her leg. She is holding a cell phone and appears to be signaling to police or someone for help. Now I looked at all the captions for all these posters, and none of these were no-shoot targets. None of these were targets that were designed to jump up that you hold your fire on. In fact, on this poster, the caption on the Law Enforcement Target website read, "Take out this lady and her little dog too." Again, this man appears to be a victim of an attack. He appears to have a broken arm. His clothes are all ripped. His face is beat up. He has a shoulder wound. He has blood all over his clothes. But give him some weird glossy eyes, and go ahead and blow his head off. In this one, you could kill the pizza guy. While this lady looks like a prostitute with either bruises or ash marks all over her arms and chest. Here's a Kill Michael Brown poster. You don't want to take out your baton and hit him across the shins if he goes to slap you. Go ahead and kill him. And you can kill this guy along with Michael Brown because this guy needs a tan and has the nerve to throw his hands up at you. And you could kill this Middle Eastern guy because apparently he doesn't own a pair of nail clippers. So before we go on, here are some examples of their no-shoot targets. This is a no-shoot target because this is supposed to be a plainclothes police officer. This is a no-shoot target because this is a female police officer. This is a no-shoot target because this is a Muslim woman. And this is a no-shoot target because it is actually a large man being held up by a small woman. And if you shot first and thought later, you might have shot at the large man. Then Law Enforcement Target Company has their line of Kill Children posters. Of course, many of these posters take place in a school setting. This kid is holding up his history class, I guess. And look at the stare in this 14-year-old girl's eyes. Another MK Ultra prodigy sent on the warpath. While this kid is pissed off they don't serve meatball subs at lunch anymore. And this kid is pissed off that he is going bald at 14 years old and has to do one serious comb over. This appears to be the son of a defense contractor from Columbine who's had a machine pointed at his house for 6 months straight now. And we all just hate pregnant, gun-toting 16-year-olds. If they aren't right up there with Ted Bundy on the threat level, I don't know what is. Now for the real zombies. I think I'm pretty sure. Who controls the Action Law Enforcement Gun Range Company that trains the police and military divisions and wants their people programmed to shoot at bloody victims and at children? And that would be the same company that pretty much controls every large corporation in America. And that would be the CIA. And so, even though the Law Enforcement Target Company can create for you a custom target that are favorites among police departments and military divisions, who probably request people such as myself or William Cooper on them, Law Enforcement Targets also offer a line of gun targets with models featuring themselves to probably cut down on lawsuits or exposés. So here are the real zombies. Members of corrupt police departments and military divisions. These are the type of cops and military agents responsible for the most heinous crimes in America. So take a good look at these guys. Because this is what the real zombies will look like as they come for you and your families. Push you out of your houses. So you have to camp out down by a river. So packs of them can sneak up on you one morning and shoot at you and your family and set all your belongings on fire to hide what they had done.